In 3, 2, 1. What's going on, folks? Welcome to 34 Questions. I'm your host, 34, and today we have a very special guest. DJ Vetti is in the building. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's good? I'm chilling. My name DJ Vetti. I'm just it's an honor, it's a blessing to be here with 34 Questions, and appreciate you for having me.
No doubt, man. Thank you as well for stopping by, making time, because time is super valuable, and just being open to share your story, because I know not everybody's comfortable with that, but I think it's super important that we kind of share our views and perspectives just so we can understand the world a little bit better, right? So yeah, man, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Can't wait to start this, man.
All right. For the folks out there who are unfamiliar with the flow of the show, we do some intro questions, some warm-up questions just to set the tone. After that, we'll jump into the main portion where you can go two ways. You could go either, you could choose your destiny by choosing your own numbers, or you could go to the Wheel of Fate, which looks like this, and give it a spin, and whichever number it lands, that's the question you end up with. But you can choose that when we get there. I'll let you think about it for a little bit. My very first question for you is, how have you been? It's been a crazy couple years. It's still crazy times now. You've been doing well. You've been doing great. How you been, man?
I've been cool. I've been more focused on music. So, it's everything's actually coming to me now in terms of DJing and producing. So it's a cool stride I'm going through right now in terms of like the past years. Like I've been planning to do this, but putting my foot into the door now, it's been pretty cool.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I'm glad to hear that you're in that phase of doing things. Same with me, man. Like it took me a long ass time to get to where I'm at and to feel confident in what I'm doing. So how long have you been DJing for, or been, in music?
Well, for producing wise, it's been, I'll say like 3 years for producing, but DJing, I've been practicing and been doing my own thing in DJing since senior year in high school, so like 2014. But I took a little break in between that to, work and make more money. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably say like about 2 years ago is when I started to, fully like do the producing and DJing at the same time. So I like to say like at least 3 years.
For sure. I got you. What would you say is like a common misconception about DJing and producing? Like some people are like, oh yeah, I want to produce, I want to DJ. But like for you, what's like the hardest hurdle to kind of overcome, that most people don't get across?
I say the time managing is a pretty big hurdle to do. Like to really, have time to do it. Like it's pretty tough, especially if you're working full time. Like after work, you're tired and then you get lazy and you just don't want to do it. So that's a tough part, trying to get that mindset in. And also the money put into it, that's another thing too. It's a tough thing. Like if you don't have enough money to put into it, then it's like the overall sound you're gonna put out, you're gonna produce might sound a little bit less than other people's. So that's like a big hurdle that I kind of get stuck with, because I want to make more music and put out more good quality music. I just have to work harder in terms of making money, and so that's still a hard thing I have to go through.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm just kind of curious, how long does it take you to like produce a song or create a beat? Because I know that process might be a very long time, depending on how much you fine tune, tweak, make improvements. So for you,
Oh yeah, something. My bad. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say your process. How long does that usually take nowadays?
It takes like to produce a good song that I had in my ear that I was imagining. It takes like a good like a month or two, depending on how far I want to make it, depending how far I want it to reach. It takes like a month or two. Now, if it's like just a song I want to put out there, it's easy money. That's like, it could be a week or two, but if it's like something that I really want to put forward into like, to expand it, that's like a month or two.
I gotcha. I mean, you know, the line that sticks out in my head for producers is 5 beats a day for 3 summers, right? It's that Kanye line. So I was like, damn, you know, taking your time on, I mean, that's the thing with like, with music, at least you could correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I was on the lyric side, you know, I was trying to flow and be a rapper for a long time. And, you know, it was cool to like make a song, like write it down. But when I got into the studio and started recording, man, like, I would try to fit it in one day because that's all I could afford. Like, oh yeah, within these 3 hours, I'm gonna make this song perfect. And I wanted it to be perfect, but I know, like, as I got older and got with them, like, I need to go back to the studio, you know, a couple more times just to get the song perfect. But that's why my shit was always lacking, because I could never afford the studio time to stay in for so long.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too, is that studio time itself. Like, if you could afford it, if you could, you know, have as much studio time as you can, you could keep practicing your lyrics and keep going, and then, you know, you get the perfect product. If you just rush it, then it's just not gonna come out as clean as it would, or as you imagined it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, like, sometimes, you know, in my mind it sounds good, but then I gotta hear it, like, you know, from other people and how it sounds, and then eventually to me I start hearing all the bad shit that they can hear, and I'm like, damn, you know, it was just because I was so hyped, and, you know, I wanted it to be perfect right there and then, even though it wasn't, you know. So for anybody out there making music, take your time, don't be in a rush. That's my advice.
Quality over quantity, man. You know,
no doubt.
That's how I look at it with music. Like, I could put out many things, but I just like to take my time, you know, and put out what I want to put out.
Hey, we gotta do it like Dre, man. One album every 10 years. You know, and the masterpieces, you know. That's how we gotta do it. All right, man. Well, we're gonna move into some warm-up questions. This first one is, what would you like the audience to know about you?
I like to say that, you know, I'm very open-minded when it comes to producing. I'm not just stick to one aspect, like a one specific beat genre, like trap or boom bap or like a Bay Area. I like to be versatile and do as much beats as I can. So, you know, when someone actually comes hit me up, they're like, "Can you make this beat?" I'm like, "All right, I can do that." "You can make this, you know, this reggae beat?" I can do that. But so I like to not like stay inside the box. I like to, you know, go outside of it, think outside of it, and, you know, just I like to be. I like to have fans know that I can produce what they like, no matter what.
I gotcha. Just kind of curious, what would you say is your comfort zone when it comes to producing? Like, what if you needed to make a beat in, like, you know, a couple hours, what what's your go-to sound that makes you feel like, you know, you can make that happen?
I like making like hard trap beats with like a sample in it, you know.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, saying like yay, but like Metro Boomin and bam, collab, and it's like a collab type of thing. I like doing that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of samples, bro. So, like, you know, every time, like, you know, when you hear the perfect sample to a song, like, that gives you the feels, and it's like, that makes a song that much better, because then everyone's gonna try to find out where that sample's from. So you really putting 2 songs on at the same time.
Exactly. I like sampling to where you could tell it's a sample, but you don't know where it's from. So I like manipulating the sound, either reversing it, EQing it, or, you know, just half timing it. I like doing that, so you just don't know what it actually is. But that's a skill I like to put on my beats.
I got you. It's like one of those things, like, man, I can hear it in my head, but I don't know the name, or, you know, it's hard, man. Yeah. My second question for you in the warm-up is, if someone were to pay you a tribute, how would you like to be honored? So if I was going to tell myself, today I'm going to do something in honor of DJ Vetti, what kind of act could I do for you?
What kind of act could do for me? I would say just go ahead and play my catalog, man.
All right.
Just go ahead. Yeah, just play my catalog from the most played to the least played. Or you can reverse it, and, you know, the grand finale is the best song if it's the most play. So, you know, I like to, you know, have my beats played out, and everyone can see, like, how versatile I really am. If that was a part of the tribute.
I gotcha. And Can you tell the folks out there where we can find your catalog if we're looking for it?
Of course, I'm on all streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube. Just type in DJ Vetti and I'm there. On YouTube, I have Vetti Music as my channel, so you could see my music videos and things like that on there. So it's cool.
I got you. Well, now we know what to do. If we ever gotta honor you. And my third question, the last question of the warm up, is on a scale from 1 to 10, how well do you know yourself?
Oh, that's a good question. What I know myself in terms of music or just overall?
Just overall, man. Like you as a person going through life, how well do you know yourself?
Yo, it's a deep one. Okay. 10.
A 10.
Yeah,
Word.
I think I know myself pretty well, man. I come with all the confidence, so I think I know myself pretty well.
I can dig it. What would you say is your favorite thing about your personality?
I like to say that I'm very great to my personality is good. Is great to work well with others. Like I feel like I can, like, my vibe is very positive, and I feel like that that fills the whole room, whoever's in it, with a positive vibe. And everyone, like, there's no negativity in terms of my personality when it comes to other people. I think that's my personality I like. Word.
Yeah, man. I think I'm getting that vibe right now. We just spitting right now. So, would you say you've always had that vibe growing up as a kid, or was it something where like you consciously had to make that switch? It's like, nah, I got to bring this energy, or does it come natural to you? Is what I'm saying.
It comes natural. Back in school, I was always the guy that was like everyone was cool with. When it comes to middle school, high school, shit, college, and work, everyone was just cool with me, like no matter what. So that I think that's just naturally the vibe I give off.
For sure. I gotta ask, is that logo behind you your logo?
This one, no, that's actually my dad's logo, because he used to be a DJ for a group in the 90s and a producer. So yeah, right now we're in his studio.
Gotcha.
So that's it right there. I have mine. It's kind of up there though, but it's like way in the back. You feel me?
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's your dad's studio. It's his logo. That's what's up.
It's a total evasive.
Total evasive?
Yeah, or that and Hog Status. That's like the other name.
Hog Status. Yeah. I was gonna ask about like the whole design and everything, but I got you. It runs in the blood. That's pretty dope.
And I gotta learn from Pops, man.
Have you guys made a song together yet, or is it still like?
No, we haven't made a song together. I know he's the first person I go to when it comes to beats. I want to I want to put out there and make songs too. I want to have that, that judgment and that critique. He's like the executive producer.
I got you.
Like he'll make the final say. Yeah, and when I see him bobbing his head, I'm like, all right, this might be the one. Cause he's from the like 90s stuff, so like I know his critique's gonna be hard. It's gonna be like it has to be some fire shit. So.
Yeah. I mean, back then it was a lot harder to get put on too, or like get the spins or be at shows. Like I feel like nowadays anyone could really put their shit out there, and like it doesn't have to be good to be put out there. But back then it had to be like at least it had to get someone's approval to be put out there. So.
Then you gotta give out the physical copies. That's a lot. That's what I'm saying with him. He was part of a group called Total Devastation back in the 90s. And they had a song called Many Clouds of Smoke, and it kind of had a viral like buzz to the whole city because it was about legalizing weed and marijuana back in 93. So I feel like that at that time, it must have been hard putting out all the copies for that one song, especially coming from the city. So I respect that a lot.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, shout out to Pops.
Exactly.
All right, man. We made it to the main portion of the interview. Would you like to choose your destiny or go to the Wheel of Fate?
Let's do the Wheel of Fate.
All right. Here we go.
Let's help.
All right, man. Gonna give it a spin.
Okay.
There are 3 levels: easy, medium, and hard. So you can choose. Right now we at number 15. Would you like to be at the easy, medium, or hard level for this question?
Medium.
Medium?
We'll do medium.
All right. This one is how much of yourself is due to nature versus nurture? So would you say like who you are as a person came from like your folks, or it came from like the environment you were kind of was raised in? It could be both, and if it's both, you could give me like a percentage as an idea,
I mean, yeah, like it is both. Like when people meet me, obviously they know I'm from like the city. They know the way I talk, the way I present myself. They know I'm from out here. But in terms of personality wise, that's a whole big percentage that comes from my mom's, my dad's. That comes from my family. Even the confidence, they're all confident in what they do, and so that got installed into me. So I praise them all the time for that.
For sure. Besides the confidence, what would you say is like a personality trait you might have gotten from your folks? I mean, I know your pops probably the music, but if there's anything you feel comfortable sharing, and it's like a little shout out to the folks too, what would you say is one of their personality traits coming to you?
Leadership. Like my mom's, like every single job she's been in, at least a manager or something like that. And I feel like those leadership roles is what I put out too when it comes to any type of job, or even when it comes to making music. I like being the leader of that, seeing what direction to go, approving, disapproving lyrics, and if I like the final product, then I'm gonna push it out. If I don't like it, if I don't like the way a certain person sounds with this other person, even though I already have them, I'll just retract that whole thing back and make sure that one part is still good. But like a leadership type of role.
I got you.
That's great.
And this is a follow-up question, but what do you look for in a leader?
For me, or me as a leader, or what do I look for in a person?
Yeah. When you real recognize real. So how would you when you like recognize a leader, like, okay, they did something that garnered that respect from you? Like, what would you say you look for to say, yeah, that's a leader?
I like to say what I look for in that's in a leader: confidence. Big time confidence. If like I said, if you're my leader and you're not confident, then it's gonna be different. Like, I'm gonna feel it a different way. Like, I think I should be leading you. Like, I'm feel like that.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, where do you think confidence comes from? I know you mentioned it a couple times, and you said you're pretty confident. I know a lot of folks out there that aren't. So if what's your secret?
What's my secret?
Yeah.
I would be myself. I mean, I don't know if that's the answer. That's a good answer, but I was like, this, I guess, being myself, but also knowing that I'm gonna say the right thing. But I don't know if that makes sense, but
no. I mean, being yourself, I think, is already a good answer. Like, because sometimes people want to be somebody else, or like want to front like they're somebody else, and we can read that, right? We could kind of read when most of the time we can read when someone's not being authentic. But there's people out there who got it down where they can fake it till they make it type thing.
Of course. That's when it comes to music. Like, if I know you're making music, it's not really you, then it's like I feel a different type of way about it. And if I know you're making music just for a specific demographic and it's not something you would like to make, then that's fake to me. So that's why when I put out music that's different types of sounds, that's on me.
I got you. Wouldn't you say it's kind of tough though? Like, I feel like when I was making new music, it came from a very personal place. Like, all the stuff I wrote was me really like expressing myself. But I also knew they weren't like bangers that you're gonna hear in the club because I was being kind of real about it. So I mean, would you say that it's impossible to kind of break through if you're not kind of trying to play to a demographic or trying to play to an audience, you know, just making music that other people want and not really doing it for yourself, you know?
Yes, it's difficult. It's a hill to climb, but there's always a person, no matter where it is, that's gonna find your music acceptable. I always feel like it, no matter where it is, and then once that person hears it, it's gonna spread out to another person, and you know, slowly but surely, it's gonna grind up. It's gonna go up.
I got you.
Like that. Yeah, but like, of course, like being from the Bay, like I would like to make some Bay Area type of music, you know, just to do it and see how people react. So I like doing that too.
No, for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, the Bay might hate me for this, but I kind of grew up on East Coast boom bap rap, like 90s Nas and everything. So when it came to like Bay Area hip hop, you know, like I was hyped for it, you know, because it is my community. But I can't honestly say it was the music that was speaking to me at the time. And yeah, now I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of people hating on me in the comments or whatever. But it's all good. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. And I'm not saying that's not good music. It just wasn't for me. But yeah, I think there's still songs out there. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, my favorite Mac Dre song is Since '84. Just because, but it's to me, personal. Yeah, for me that's my favorite Mac Dre song. That's not everybody's favorite Mac Dre song, but so that's where I'm coming from.
The lyrics go crazy, and like the title Since '84, like, bruh, shit go kind of hard.
Dude, was that a sample or was that like produced? The you know,
it could, yeah. I feel like it could be like just it's a guitar, right?
I gotta figure it out.
I was gonna say I think it's a sample for sure, but definitely like the lyrics he was putting into that one was different from the other songs he was making, and I feel like that's what made it, you know, stand out more.
No, for sure. Let's go ahead and give it another spin. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Just curious, have you seen any other episodes or heard any other episodes before coming on here?
There's another guy I seen that I follow. I have to look back at it, but there's another dude I seen that you did and that I followed.
Don't worry, no pressure, man, no pressure. I was just wondering
because I was trying to see how this goes. That's why I was like,
yeah. Nah, I mean, yeah, because you came on, you're like, oh, that's a deep question. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that we get pretty deep on the show. So just preparing you. Yeah. So we're on number 32. Easy, medium, or hard?
Do a hard one, bro.
Do a hard one. Oh, okay, damn. All right, let's do it. Here we go. So this one is. I ain't saying it in any kind of tone, but who do you think you are?
Who do I think I am?
Who do you think you are? Yeah.
I think I am a. Damn, see, there you go. See, this is that hard one right there.
Yeah. Take your time. No rush, man. Quality over quantity, for sure.
You're right. Who do I think I am? I think I'm a guy who's trying to do what he loves and to be successful and to put my family on. No, I think I'm a hard worker, and no matter how hard the job may get, I'm gonna still keep pushing forward. No matter how many times I get yelled at or how many times, you know, I mess up, I'm gonna keep striving for the best no matter what. I feel like I'm a guy that likes to do good because I believe in the good karma stuff. So, you know, whenever a certain situation I feel is bad, I like to, you know, go into that situation and flip it the other way.
I got you. Like, you kind of see the bright side of things, right?
All the time.
I feel you. I mean, honestly, for me, and I know it's not for everybody, but I'm with you. I think it's like a way more better way of living life by, kind of seeing the bright side of things, or at least, not to dwell too much on a negative. And if it is negative, kind of try to find solutions. I don't know if that's how you see it, but yeah, no, for sure. You mentioned, you wanted to, be a producer, and I was gonna ask you, where do you see the music industry kind of taking you? Like, you're working on a dream. What level are you trying to get at? Because I don't know if everybody can be all the way at the top, but you say you got the confidence. So you tell me, where do you see this music thing taking you?
I see it taking me to a state where I could financially, support my family in a great and steady way. Like, I could say, like, I'm not gonna be the top producer or the best producer, but I'm gonna be to the point where it's all I gotta do is produce, steady income, and provide. About it. Give back because I know my moms and pops always looked out for me. So I want to get back to all of that.
I gotcha. Any producers out there that you kind of view as, I guess, like that's the bar you want to get to? Is there any person out there like that?
Bar I want to get to. Okay, so like realistically speaking, I feel like I guess he's out here. Like realistically speaking, like P-Lo, that's a good like status to get up to right there. Because his name's already big.
P-Lo is everywhere.
And he's from the Bay, so that's the status right there. Now, like for real big status, man, like a Yay, that would go crazy. But that's out there. That's far, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to go crazy a little bit to get to that Yay level, because I think that's what kind of takes them there is to be so out of the box, right? And like creating new sounds every album. That's kind of Yay's thing. Well, let me shout out to P-Lo. I was surprised to see him on he made it on the Space Jam soundtrack, that new one, and I was like, damn. I was like, damn, bro.
Yo, he's on there. Fuck, I remember I seen that. I was like, he's on there. I think G-Eazy's on there. And have you heard of Simba? Is it Simba?
Yeah,
Simba?
I have heard of Simba. I don't think I've heard his songs, but I saw his name. Yeah,
he's on one of the soundtracks too, for the songs on Space Jam. I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy, right? That's big.
I don't know who was choosing like what music got onto that soundtrack, but damn, they definitely gave the Bay a solid out there.
They did. I think, was the director the same guy? I feel like the director was the same director from Black Panther.
Word? I got
Ryan Cooling. I don't know. Maybe because he's from Oakland. So
Yeah.
I feel like that because I'm like, man, there's so many Bay Area people on the soundtrack, especially for Space Jam. Like, what's a coincidence? Like, bro, really? Like, if you go to New York, bro, they barely play any of that shit. So like the fact that it's on in the movie soundtrack for Space Jam, that's big.
No,
and I always wondered, like,
you always wondered what? Go ahead.
I always wondered, like, how are they able to hear that whole Bay Area sound? But
yeah. I know. You think the Bay Area is getting their second win right now? Because that's what it kind of seems like. Like a lot of folks out here is getting their names out. I don't know if it's just because I'm from the Bay and I'm looking at my IG and all I see is Bay artists, doing their thing. Or
I feel like they're getting their push out. A lot of their Bay Area style kind of relates to Detroit type of stuff, like that grimy Detroit sound, like T Grizzly, like that kind of resonates with the Bay in a way too. Like the way the beat is laid out is almost similar, especially with the BPMs, and sometimes with the flows is almost the same. But I feel like that.
I gotcha.
The Bay actually has different types of like sounds too. So I feel like that's what people are seeing now. That's not just one sound. Like it's like 3 sounds.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it's expanding.
Like you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I know the city has a different sound. Oakland, I think, is that classic hyphy sound, and then Berkeley has this like alternative kind of like R&B-ish sound. I don't know if you heard like the artist coming out of Berkeley, but
like Rex Raj. Is he one? Is he from Berkeley?
You know, like,
that is?
Yeah, I know him, and I feel like he has a song called Telegraph Avenue or something like similar.
I think so.
So that makes me think he's from that area because he's shouting it out.
That's out of the box. Lil B. Face God, you feel me?
He been doing it forever though. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Nah, for sure. I mean, you know, like Lil B, I have mad respect to him because he being authentic, being himself. You know, he was always that. And hey, look where it got him. You know, like from being just one person, a part of the pack. I think that was a group he was part of. Yeah,
the pack.
But now he's like
Face God.
And like, you know, I remember that run about, you know, he was putting curses on people and like
KD.
Yeah.
Like, damn, even KD knew about that shit. Like, bruh, that's how you know. That's how you know you big.
Yeah, so, yeah. And yeah. What's up?
I don't know. I was like, definitely is. Lil B's is very outside the box for sure.
Any artists that you would kind of like you know, want to put me onto, like right now, maybe somebody that you work with, a rapper, singer, from the city or from the Bay that you feel like I wouldn't know. Anybody you want to, you know, put on?
Okay, if you want like a different type of sound, especially coming from like the city, you heard of High Guy Lie?
Say that again.
Have you heard of High Guy Lie?
High Guy Lie? Nah.
So he's on a song with me called Vibe With You Remix, and he's like he's a oos, so he has like a cool melodic like singing voice, but it's rapping too. Like, you know, there's people who are like that in the city, but his is different. Like his could really fit on like a Bay Area beat or like a island beat or like a reggae beat. Like it could venture out to different types of beats. I feel like that's a guy to look out for.
All right, I'm gonna definitely check out. Is that song Vibe With You, right? Remix. It's on Spotify and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was on Spotify, YouTube. I just released a music video for that. It's on YouTube, so you can check that out right there.
Yo, man. Now I'll definitely put it out there on the IG and socials and whatnot for sure. Let's go ahead and give it another spin. Here we go.
Let's do it. Yo, 4.
Yeah, on 4.
Oh, okay, bet.
You want to stay at the hard, go down easy, medium?
So easy.
Easy. All right.
Let's do it.
Here we go. If you were to get a phrase or quote or symbol tattooed, what would you get?
Some of that too. Okay. It's nothing I currently have, right? It has to be something new.
Give me your next one. Yeah. What's the next one you want to get?
I like to get one on my forearm, my left forearm. It would be a cloud with like a cartoon bear on it, with angel wings, and it's hard to describe, but it's there's a group I'm a part of called Stripe Gang, and our symbol is a cartoon looking bear with an X on his eye. And one of my close friends, Nick Young, he passed away, and you know that he kind of symbolizes that bear, and so it being on the clouds and with angel wings, I feel like that just shows respect to him. So I want it on my forearm.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Nick for sure. I got a tattoo of somebody I lost too, and yeah. I mean, it's just like, for you, why get a tattoo? Because you know, some folks out there are like, oh no, your body's a temple, you don't want to, you know, do these things. But yeah, for you, like, what brought you into that culture of tattoos?
Oh, because it shows who you are. It shows a different type of characteristic or personality about you. I feel like it stays with you forever. I see it as like that. Like, some people get tattoos as they get tattoos sometimes, But like, if you get one, but if you get one that's like meaningful to you, it's great.
Oh yeah. Nah, I feel you. I always think about it like if they were gonna find my body somewhere, at least they'll be like, oh well, we knew what this dude was about, right? based on his tattoos, at least for me. What would you say is your favorite tattoo that you currently have? You don't gotta show it. You could just tell me about it.
Oh, I guess I have a tattoo with it's my DJ logo. It's the King Tut mask, right? King Tut. But the half of the face is alive, half of it is dead. So I look at it as if I'm either a king, whether I'm dead or alive, like that.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's my first tattoo, so it's the reason why it's my favorite one.
I gotcha. Yeah. I mean, you ever heard that Lil Wayne quote about tattoos? Just maybe as you get more famous and you start doing your thing more, his thing was like, be careful how many times you explain your tattoos, because it loses meaning the more you do it. So just want to say thank you for sharing it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bet.
Yeah. at least like I heard that from him and I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. It makes sense. And yeah, like, but I want to say thank you for sharing it on this show, because you might not do it ever again.
Exactly. Damn, that's a deep one right there.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good one. That's a good one. I remember that.
For sure. Oh, well, any tattoo spots that you kind of like, that you could co-sign for me, because I don't know where I could go out here. The places I got my tattoos was always like, just a homie who was doing this thing. So any spots in the city that you could let me know about?
Oh yeah, Lucky Van's Tattoo Shop. It's on a Geneva Mission in the city.
Lucky Vans?
So that's it. Yeah, Lucky Vans.
Oh, okay. Do they got a sign or not?
They have a sign outside, yeah. It says Lucky Vans.
Maybe I've seen it, but for sure. Geneva Mission.
Yeah.
For sure. I got you. If I go in there and tell them, DJ Vetti sent me.
I haven't been there in a while. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had a tat in a minute. So it's been, and that was before I was really going by DJ Vetti. It was just D'Angelo.
Okay. I got you.
Maybe. That was before.
I feel you. I mean, tattoos are expensive, bro.
That's why I've been waiting on my tattoo for a minute, because it's like I want to get it, but then it's a lot of money.
Dude, I want to get sleeves, and that's already like, depending on what I want and the artist I'm going to, that could be like a couple racks right there or more.
It could.
So,
and I'm trying to get a sleeve too. I'm trying to finish it. That's why I want that forearm tat. So it could be like, in a way, a sleeve, but I still gotta get everything else.
Yeah. It takes time, man.
It is a process.
It is a process. I'm gonna give you another spin right now. Here we go.
It's gonna be 10.
Oh, damn.
Dog, close.
You're pretty close. I mean, if you want to choose 10, just because like it's your favorite number, we could do that next one.
That's fine.
But all right, seven easy still, or just keep hopping around if you like. It's all good. Medium. 7 medium. All right. You talked about being confident. Now, was there any time in your life where you were too overconfident and you had to get humbled? Any kind of thing like that happen in your life, or it's always been, all
like
good?
I had to get humbled,
or like where your confidence made you think that, oh, everything's gonna be cool, everything's great, but then it wasn't what you thought. Like where your confidence kind of got in the way, or something happened where it's like, oh shit, maybe it's not what I thought, or
Okay. I like to say so. There's two. Well, one of them is anytime I'll send beats to artists thinking my stuff is fire, and they come back saying it's meh, and that's like the biggest. That's like, damn. That's the biggest humbling event. I'm like, bro, for real. Another artist might like it, but that's like, I send it to specific artists I feel like would sound great on it, that's a big humbling. But I'm like, dang. Like sometimes like I'll stick too much to like a specific sound and think it's fire, and I don't take like the criticism of the artist that seriously. So it's like now I learn to, you know, to adapt to the criticism and add to that beat and then resend it. Another one is just recently I was supposed to DJ at the Grand nightclub in the city, and this was like 3 weeks ago. I was pretty confident. I had the set list, you know, I had everything, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait. I invited all my peoples, right? At the very start of the day, I was so confident I forgot to update my laptop, and and that just ruined the whole thing. I was like, that one thing ruined everything, and then I couldn't DJ. I was pissed, man. Yeah, whew, that was the biggest one.
They didn't like let you, like, you know, update it real quick and then come back on, or nah, it wasn't working that way.
It was too close. It was too close to the time. And it would take too long. And I was like, damn, what opportunity, but wasted. But
hey, you learn.
Cool. You live and learn.
Yeah, you learn.
That's why I have an event coming up next Friday, and I'm surely gonna make sure everything's updated.
Bro, was you doing that thing where you kept getting a notification? It was like later? Because that's what I be doing sometimes.
I was like, later. Like right now, it says updates available in the App Store. Just gonna swipe to the left.
Yeah. Nah, man. Yeah, that's tough, man. I know I've had similar situations. Like just the interview right before this. I'm trying out this new mic setup, and are you familiar with like the XLR interfaces and stuff for microphones?
Yeah, I mean, not too familiar. I do have an audio interface that, you know, I connect through for my microphones and stuff like that. But like specifically, no, I'm not really detailed into that.
I got you. I mean, me either. I just bought this thing. It's the Focusrite brand one. And yeah, the last person I was interviewing, I had it hooked up, and then I had hella shit go wrong as we were interviewing. And it made me feel like, fuck, man. You know,
yeah, like you're just like, damn.
Yeah. And the guests was super hyped too, and they're like, you know, telling me all this good shit about what they thought about my show, and then all that shit was happening, and I'm like, fuck, this is such a bad impression, you know? Like,
yeah, you're like, bro, what the fuck? Damn.
Yeah, it's cool though, you know. We learned, and then, you know, I was able to get it ready for your interview, so it's all good now.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. Let's go ahead and give it another spin, but before we do, just want to give you a heads up. We got about 10-15 minutes left in the podcast. Want to thank you again for stopping by.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hope you're having fun. It's been fun on my end.
I am. I'm learning about myself.
That's dope, man. I like to hear that, man. Here we go. 22.
Oh my man.
Keep going, man. You're gonna get it one time. 27. Oh, easy, medium, or hard?
Do an easy one. Let's do an easy one.
Easy 27. So here goes. What was something you supported early? You know how like sometimes people be like, oh yeah, that artist blew up, I called that. Or maybe, you know, you was using Google before anybody else was using Google. You feel me? So what was something out there that you kind of like adopted early, and then, you know, nobody else kind of was fucking with it at first?
Got a lot. Okay, so I like to say, music wise, you heard of Pop Smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, man.
R.I.P.
So,
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. So I listened to I listened to him when he came out. And like his style was different. It was kind of hard for me to get used to, because like it was like a deep, gritty sound.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first couple listens I heard, I wasn't really feeling it because I wasn't used to that, especially the beats, the type of beats, the drill beats. But as I kept going, as I kept listening, I started to like really like, you know, adapt to that sound. And then I was like, wow, one day this dude's finna blow up. Next thing you know, this dude just got bigger and bigger. So that's a dude. that I felt like, you know, I seen blow up and I called it. Another one is Roddy Ricch. That's another one right there. Like, man, that when I first heard him, I was like, dude, this dude's different because he's from LA, but he sounds different. And I felt like that was the reason why he was gonna blow up. And next thing you know, this dude just kept dropping bombs, And I like to say another one. Trying to think of one from the Bay. Did I call anybody that was gonna blow up?
You just called the High Guy Lie, dude.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's gonna happen. Watch. It's gonna blow up. He's gonna blow up for sure. There's Kehlani too, but I didn't say her. My girl, she's the one who said Kehlani's gonna blow up, and next thing you know, it's just bam. To me, she's probably the biggest artist in the Bay right now. To me.
Word. Isn't Kehlani bigger than her? Cause I feel like her came from the Bay too, nah?
Her came from the Bay too, but I feel like Kehlani's a little bit bigger. I heard her first. Heard Kehlani first. And I feel like just the features itself, like who she's been with, especially before, is she got put out bigger. Hers though, she's collabing with a lot of people, and so
I feel
that's
like
the one I didn't.
Oh, that's one that you didn't call.
Yeah, I was like, it was her. But yeah, she's doing her thing.
I was gonna say, I think Kehlani's just been kind of quiet. You know, like I don't feel like I've been hearing a lot of stuff she's been working on. Maybe she's just taking a break, you know, or trying other stuff in her life. But I know she had that, you know, she came out of nowhere and she had a good run for like a year or two, or maybe even longer. I mean, this is just me because that's how much I pay attention. But yeah, and then after that, all of a sudden I heard her, and then her's doing all these things, winning Grammys and stuff. So that's why.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, pretty crazy. And she's kind of quiet.
She's quiet, and she ventures to different types of music. Her, like a lot of dancehall too. Like it's pretty dope. I feel like that, like you're expanding your skills.
I did not know about the dancehall stuff. I'm gonna have to check that out.
She has a song with what kind? One of the Marleys.
Damian Marley.
Yeah,
okay.
One of the Marley. I think it's Damian Marley. I forgot, but she has a song with him. And my uncle was the one who put me on with that song. So pretty cool. I was like, damn, that's pretty good, pretty big collab.
Yeah, and I mean, she's just getting started too. So
exactly.
We'll see how. Like, I wonder if it's gonna end up like I don't know, like a Rihanna type of career. Because I feel like Rihanna now, like, she don't need to fuck with music at all. You know, she's making money all other ways.
It has her it's a Fenty, I think, right? She has like her little line, right?
Yeah.
I have no music. Just drop that, and then that's it. I mean, she put out as many classes. She put out as much classics as she needed to just to not put out music. So
yeah, she established herself.
Exactly.
You ever seen the Fenty like fashion thing, that video thing they have on Amazon? I think it's Amazon Prime, but
No.
It's like a fashion music show type thing. It's kind of crazy because like she has all the artists that are, you know, her models and stuff perform, and while they're showing off the clothes that she has. I thought it was genius. I'm like, damn, this is pretty dope. You know, I feel I'm not trying to be sexist, but you know, it's something my girl put me on to, and like, you know, we was watching together. It wasn't something I was gonna go and look for myself, but yeah.
Hey,
and I don't mean to be sexist.
Hey, now you good, man. You know, just our girls put us on all the time, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do. All right, man, here we go. I think we got time for one more spin, unless you got a lucky number you want to choose.
All right, I'm gonna say it. It's gonna land on it. Watch.
All right, here we go.
2. Damn.
You've been close, man. You've been close. But we got 31.
In a way.
31, easy, medium, or hard. How you want to end it?
We're in it hard. Let's do it.
All right, for sure. Here we go. 31 hard. And this one is a little deep, man. But When's the last time you forgave yourself?
Forgave myself. Whoa. See, it's like the hard ones have the shortest question, but they're the deepest one. It's like, damn, because they go any way. Actually, last time I forgave myself. I mean, it kind of goes into the other question when you felt humbled part, like you know, when I was too overconfident, I forgave myself for being too overconfident. Like, I could put it like that, and you know, I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do to, you know, make sure next time it's a completely different type of situation. And you can say that. I'm trying to think of when's the last time I forgave myself. In terms of what? Anything?
It could be anything, man. I mean, you know, not to put any pressure on it, right? Like, it's whatever you feel comfortable sharing or what you can remember. Yeah. And if what you got is, you know, forgiving yourself for being overconfident and making a mistake, that's cool too. But
yeah, that's one. Dang, I'm trying to think of a deeper one. No,
it's
trying
good.
to think of a deeper one. Last time I forget myself. I like to say, damn, think one.
No
every
worry,
time,
man.
every time I turn up and black out, I tend to forgive myself because, jeez, like, man, I was acting a fool. So I forgave myself in that situation.
Every time, man. Every time. And I think we all forgive ourselves when we go too hard. You know, because we honestly put ourselves in a bad position the next day when we feeling like shit. So yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, not touching Hennessy again. Next thing you know,
touching Hennessy again. Nah, I feel you, man. It's one of those. I'm not much of a drinker. You know, I'd like to smoke instead of drink. But yeah. So for me, it's like always saying I'm never gonna drink again, and then end up drinking again.
Yeah. Hey.
How it goes. Yeah, how it goes, man. How it goes. All right. Well, we made it to the final part of 34 questions. But before we get to the final stretch of questions, I want to do this thing called the 34th mantra, which is I got some fill in the blanks, and all you gotta do is fill it in for yourself. And first one is I am blank.
Great.
I am great. Second one is I can blank.
Succeed.
Last one is I will blank.
Should have said that. Okay. Wow. Okay.
You can change it if you want.
Oh, no. I got it. I will not back down.
I gotcha. So, yeah, if you ever need a reminder, now you got the sample of your voice saying these things to yourself. You need to drop it in a song, bro. One of these days.
That, yeah. That's like the either the intro or the outro.
Either one, interlude, whatever you want, man. Break it into 3 pieces, man. You know.
That's cool with me.
For sure. All right, man. Well, here we go in the final stretch. My first question for you here is actually from my previous guest. So shout out to Nate for your question. His question for you is, what are you living for?
The success of my family.
For sure.
Okay.
I was gonna ask, you know, what would be a success in your eyes for your family?
I like to say, making sure everyone is in a happy space. You know, no downs, just ups.
Yeah, that is the dream, man. That is the dream. You guys gonna be staying in the city? I mean, I feel like just staying in the city is a success already, right? Like, everyone's getting pushed out.
Tired of the city.
Oh, you tired?
Tired. It's cool. Nah, yeah, maybe.
Hey, no, I got you, man. I got you. You know, as a person who's been in the city my whole life too, man, I've been dreaming about other places, but I haven't gotten myself to actually make the leap or make the moves. You know, just because of family too. I got a bunch of family out here, so it's hard to go.
Mm-hmm.
My next question is, what would you like to ask the next guest that comes on to 34 Questions?
Ooh, okay. I feel like that's a question you would have in your spin wheel. I'm trying to think of what you don't have.
Anything, man. And it could be heavy, it could be light. It's all up to you.
Okay. What makes you you?
What makes you you? I'm just writing down. All right. Interesting. Always curious who gets it next. So whichever guest, I'll see how they answer that.
It's all good.
And then my last question for you, man, the question that kind of ties everything together is, a couple generations from now, you know, maybe your great grandkids are watching this video. What would you like to tell them?
Oh, I'd like to tell them that that you keep doing what you love to do, and never set yourself up short. Always look for the deep pass. You know, don't check the pass down. Don't run the ball for a short yardage. Always go for a Hail Mary. It doesn't hurt. Just do it. And you know, it's a big risk, but you know, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man, for sure. Any last things you'd like to add before we head out of here?
I'll do a lot of shout outs, but I collab with a lot of people, so
it's
shout
hard.
out to everybody I work with. Yeah, I was like, shout out to everybody I work with in terms of music. So yeah, you guys could follow me on IG at DJ Vetti. Stream my music, Apple Music, Spotify, and on YouTube also. New music video, Vibe With You remix featuring High Guy Lie and Get It Indie. I like to say, dropping new music soon. You know, everything's great. You know, shout out to everybody. Shout out to my day one and number one fan right here for being with me. And got it.
For sure, man. For sure. Want to thank you again for stopping by. And
shout out my moms. My bad. She gonna get mad. Shout out my moms.
Shout out to moms. We shout out to everybody except mom today. So shout out to moms. Yeah, man. Thank you again for stopping by, sharing your story. Hopefully, you know, one day you'll be watching this and be like, damn, that's who I was back then, back in that day.
Exactly.
For the folks. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you good. You good.
Oh, yeah. Want to say thank you to all the folks out there who are also tuning in. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever, appreciate your time as well. Remember to reach out, reach forward. As always, much love, and we'll catch you guys next time on 34 Questions.
Peace.
And then we go to like this is my end credit scene type thing. Only take a minute. Got a question for you here is why'd you choose to come on, man? You could have said no.
Shit. Nah, I always like, you know, discussing these things with new people and getting insight, like, you know, telling people insights of what I go through in terms of music. But also, you know, I like, you know, just, you know, supporting. I like supporting, you know, whether it's podcasts, radios. I like supporting everything. So that's a big reason why, you know, I came on here too. And also too, because you asked them deep questions, you know, I like to take the challenge.
Right on, man. Right on. Yeah, definitely appreciate your openness. I think, you know, I'm not saying you handled it wrong or anything. I think, you know, you brought the right energy. You were open to all the questions. I don't think you said no to any of them. So yeah, man, thank you for stopping by. And if you know any folks that would find this valuable, feel free to shoot them my way. One thing I haven't really gotten to doing is trying to kind of like set this up for like older folks, like our folks, because you never know what's